It's time for Facebook, Google, Twitter to be shut down as criminal operations, just like the Soviet Union or Nazi Germany. It is time to shut them down.
It was all started with dirty money. CIA funding is what started the
leftist CIA money.
Exactly. And it was to create this panopticon that we're in right now, this social media panopticon where they try to control everything you want to say. And that is the danger that we're in right now. We do have to break free. I mean, you just read Zuckerberg's statement of what he's saying they're going to start doing. I mean, he put this out yesterday. He's basically saying we're shutting people down. We're shutting people down, but he does it with a smile. Remember the velvet glove over the iron fist? That is what is going on again with Facebook.
There's some truth to people that say Facebook, Google, Twitter, you know, their properties like YouTube, they have their own platform, so why are you bitching? Well, they're very same groups are running around saying, censor us, take control of us. Hillary, when she got elected, knock them all off the web. I mean, they're everywhere just saying, shut us down.
And I like it. They built a gingerbread house to say, everybody come in and play, come in and eat, have some free candy. It's great. It's fun. And now they're going, hey,
put you in the oven.
Put you in the oven. Yeah, now we're going to put you in the oven. We don't like what you're saying.
Hansel and Gretel.
Exactly.
And then they're censoring the liberals and other people that are independent. They're coming in and muscling and going, oh, you got 20 million views, PewDiePie. Do what we say or you're banned. He's like, I'm not even a conservative. It's all about muscling. Right. Knowing the power of the people, knowing that was coming on the internet. They created these things so people would make it big, and then now they come in and censor it while they want to censor any other site. These are internet ghettos. But it's a fraud. It's racketeering. It's fake advertising. It's discrimination. We hit them there. But like Matt Drudge said, and as I've said, we got to create our own websites like Infowars.com or Newswars.com. We've got to create our own platforms. And listeners have to go to those platforms realizing and share that info, realizing that it's all up to us. If you go to newswars.com or prisonplanet.com, and if you go there and if you share those links on the enemy's platforms with your own email, your own by hand, they can't stop us. So at the end of the day, it's up to you. But they are already ratcheted us down. But because we fought so hard, we've stayed the same size the last year, which has completely confounded them. So they're in panic mode. That's why they have congressional hearings, everything else, because it's not working. Well, the answer is sue Congressman Quigley, saying shut us down as fake news for civil rights violations. And we're behind the scenes suing people. There'll be public lawsuits, don't worry. But you know, we're doing it. But it's not like we're happy about it. That's why we need to be flooded with money, because I don't have money to even expand right now, much less do all these. People say, oh, sue, do this, do that. Buy a T-shirt, buy some books, buy some videos, buy some supplements you need, water filtration, air filtration, whatever the best systems are out there rated. We sell them to you discounted at InfoWarsStore.com, because without that, we're nothing. Without you, we're nothing. This is a real war. This isn't just media and conservative liberal. This is the full takeover. And we're in the fight, but it's happening now. The future is being decided now. Rob Dew?
Well, I'd like to just point out that you were ahead of your time by you created a social media platform years ago. It ended up, you know, kind of dying.
Well, it got infiltrated, and it wasn't all fancy with, you know, CIA money, but, you know.
Right. You didn't have CIA backing. You didn't have the push to the front. But still, it's people that need to make things like that, like their own social media sites, to take away.
And then Gab did, and Google bans it on there and then calls for it to be shut down.
Right. They don't want competition. And it's like, hey, if you don't like what the people are saying on Gab, don't respond to them or don't follow them.
But it's way beyond all that. We're under total criminal censorship attack.
Oh, yeah.
Bezos is making $1 billion every 2 days off the scams he runs and government funding. The Washington Post is literally the enemy of this country because we keep being reasonable.
Right.
You know, we keep just kind of looking at the facts and the evidence and, debating this and polishing that. The globalists are absolutely in total war against the recovery, against the president, against all of us.
Yeah.
No more just sitting there like pundits analyzing this.
And James O'Keefe hit it on the head. They use the word S-H-I-T-T-Y against...
Because they're on video calling all whites, conservatives, Trump supporters, veteran supporters, WikiLeaks, shit people.
Yeah.
Delay that. Because we can't do that. We're not upper-class elite liberals. They're allowed to say it because it's documentary and they're okay. We can't.
And then 3 hours later, they come out with the same thing. Oh, Trump said this. Who do we have? We have people, according to people familiar with their reactions. Those people weren't even in the meeting. According to people familiar with their reactions.
People in the meeting say he didn't say it. Of course they're lying.
Of course.
Garbage. You're going to be taking over soon. Millie Weaver, final comments.
Well, it's obvious that we are seeing social media networking companies right now fighting for the right to control their chattel. They're brainwashed masses.
Well, it's beyond that.
So
They're saying we're going to social engineer with algorithms what you're allowed to even talk about to engineer you where you don't interact in the real world. You interact through cyberspace, and then in this virtual reality, we condition you to behave the way we want, or you don't get human activity. We put you in solitary confinement.
They are creating their own echo chambers through their bots, through their algorithms. So if we were to just say, hey, let's just leave and only be on our platforms, we miss the opportunity to awaken the masses that are still watching CNN and watching Don Lemon and believing the lies and disinformation. So we have to fight. We have to stand our ground. And you know that if the liberals were being discriminated off these platforms, they would do the same. So we have to do it.
Again,
that's
they're not
my
liberals.
final comment.
I agree. They're authoritarians. I just thought people could go online and act like fake liberals for a few months and build it up and then say it was all fake just to show people. But listen, they found people that only want social media power. They get the dopamine of getting promoted, so they don't care what the truth is. There could be a cure for death. These people don't want it. They have chosen people in these things that are literally pure scum. And so some say the answer is leave Facebook, Twitter, and Google. And I agree. The president needs to break it up. Google, Facebook, and Twitter are a greater threat than Hitler, who wanted to conquer the world, because they're scientific, they're committed, they're evil, they're using psychology. So I agree. It's now time to shut down Google. They want to shut our speech down? Right. It just hit me. Fine. It is time to have congressional hearings and all of it, and not just break it up. It's time for Google, Facebook, Twitter, and all these groups as criminal international crime syndicates with everybody's personal data, as we're going to break next Monday, sharing our photos, our videos, turning our cameras on, recording it as intelligence agencies. It's time for Facebook, Google, Twitter to be shut down as criminal operations, just like the Soviet Union or Nazi Germany. It is time to shut them down.
It was all started with dirty money. CIA funding is what started the
leftist CIA money.
Exactly. And it was to create this panopticon that we're in right now, this social media panopticon where they try to control everything you want to say. And that is the danger that we're in right now. We do have to break free. I mean, you just read Zuckerberg's statement of what he's saying they're going to start doing. I mean, he put this out yesterday. He's basically saying we're shutting people down. We're shutting people down, but he does it with a smile. Remember the velvet glove over the iron fist? That is what is going on again with Facebook.
He announced, like, if it's not loving and liberal, we're shutting it down. Yeah. He says if it's not friendly. And then meanwhile, they're all in there saying, we're going to kill you. We're going to murder Trump. Sitting governors are saying, I'm going to punch the president out. Hashtag hunt Republicans. Keith Olbermann saying, I'm going to kill everybody. Cussing, screaming. If you say it's wrong to say kill people, you're shut down.
Exactly. I mean, he even says.
These are total cowards.
He said, we're basically going to make these changes and you're going to see your traffic go down. And basically what he's saying, he's going after people who are content creators. That is, he says it right here.
He says, we're only going to feed you what we want, which is the big corporate sponsors.
Exactly.
So Facebook is killing itself. Twitter is, Google, and they're doing it early. They were always pumping dumps to get everybody involved and do this. But now we're forcing their hand, and they're done.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we don't do something now, this next election, 2020, the big election, it's going to be, you're not going to hear anything from the conservative opinion. All you're going to hear is liberal talking points.
And Antifa is going to come out like we can't even go to the we can't go to the Capitol.
Be allowed to shoot people.
There's guys with guns, and the cops go, they're Antifa, they're allowed. And they go, you don't come in here. Right. And it's like, whoa. And they're like, black kids can't go to school, you know, until Eisenhower sent in the troops. The Democrats, you know, we're not letting them do it. The Democrats said, no, black kids can't go to school. Millie, closing comment before Rob Dew takes over.
Well, you know, in the 1930s, the telephone companies were broken up because they had a monopoly on the system, and Congress did this because you wouldn't want someone discriminating, saying, hey, you know, you can't call these amount of people or have the same access. They turned it into somewhat of a public utility. Now, I'm not necessarily saying let's turn these companies into public utilities, but something needs to be done about the discrimination for people and their political affiliation. Congress does have legislation that protects people against racial discrimination, religious discrimination, and sex discrimination. But there's nothing protecting people federally against political affiliation discrimination. So that's something that we need to be talking to our legislators about.
It's beyond that. They say white people are evil. We're blocking them in these new videos that Veritas has. Great point. You're taking over straight ahead on the other side. Then the War Room's coming up in 45 minutes with our own Owen Schroyer, Infowars.com. facebook.com/show. What an epic time to be alive. At least we're fighting back against these scumbags, though. Break up Google, break up Twitter, break up Facebook.
Hello, this is Hank Hill, and I'm telling you what, you need to listen to Alex Jones.
Yeah. Infowars.com. Yeah.
If you don't watch it, you're going to end up like Jason Adderley's boy. Deal me out this hand, Jason. I'm about to bust. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the bathroom. Oh, good Lord.
Scanning. Control. Manipulate scientific data. Take over. Blast. Control. World government. Shut down infrastructure. Ship everything to China. Just look at this person.
From the front lines of the information war, it's Alex Jones.
Introducing Cellforce by InfoWars Life. Cellforce focuses on mitochondria efficiency and protection. Mitochondria produce over 95% of your energy. They are your body's cellular engines. Cellforce helps promote your cellular energy production by supporting mitochondria, much like a cellular engine overhaul, because when your mitochondria don't run at 100% efficiency, then they start producing reactive oxygen species. Top scientists agree that aging is most likely caused by cellular damage, resulting from these reactive oxygen species. The antioxidants found in Cellforce are some of the most powerful available on the market. The stronger the antioxidant, the better its ability to scavenge for these reactive oxygen species and other free radicals. Boost, protect, and adapt with Cellforce from InfoWars Life. Head to InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.